Throughout trials and tribulations, you have never given up the fight. Gather here to straighten your crown. Much love and light. Hit it!
Hit the light, hit the light.
Love and light. Love and Light Collective, back at it for another lunchtime lunch talk tarot. Let's take a look to see what exactly are we having for lunch today. So we're pulling from the Doodle Tarot, the Self-Love Oracle, and postcards from Spirit, which actually is so beautiful. Let's take a look at it, right? Could be some significance to that green, to that butterfly. Let's see what it says here. You guys can follow along this way. How about that? Dearest you, there is a balance between activity and rest, ebb and flow. All right, so let me take a closer look at this, because you know what? Sometimes you guys, oracles can be kind of limited because of the text here. All right. Literally, you can't have one without the other. All right. So if you're working hard, okay, you got to play hard too. Right. And even with those quote unquote hard aspects, you shouldn't be in any form of, overdrive on either end of that spectrum, to be clear. And therein is that balance. All right. If you're faced with an obstacle right now, the divine want you to know the best course is surrender and non-resistance. Okay. You got to work on, if you're truly doing both parts there. Okay. A lot of us can really, intend and try to perhaps delusion ourselves into thinking that we're surrendering, but you'll really know, collective, if you've surrendered, if you are also outside of the realm of resistance about whatever you're fearing and or truly believing ails you. Okay. Spirit saying soon enough, you'll see how easy it is to flow around whatever this issue is, okay? Now is one of the times where you must trust the river of your life and go with the flow. In no time, you'll reach what you have your heart and hopes set on. Just remember, Spirit will keep your head above water and will direct the currents. When it's time for a greater effort, you'll know exactly when you'll need to work those manifesting muscles. It can be challenging to master the flow of cycles, right? No pun intended, okay? But as you develop your skills, affluence will be yours. Collective, now's the time to enjoy the flow and trust those currents, all right? Also trust just the same that your divine guidance team, inclusive of Spirit, of course, inclusive of Source, the universe, all right? Definitely right there with you, for you, not against you, okay? It's so funny because this card states they've got their little umbrella drinks, all right, and they're smiling at your success. So, maybe that could be an idea, to celebrate right along with them, because you know what? At this juncture, you're either believing who you are, all right, which is that success, which is that victor, not a victim, or quite unfortunately, but let's talk about it to be clear, the reverse of that, the opposite of that, okay? Now, there could be some significance to a very spiritual number here, and that is that of 13, all right? It does reduce down to 4, all right, which speaks of healing, okay? It also speaks of rest, rejuvenation, all right? Soul lesson here about all of this, whatever you got going on here, honey bun, whatever's on your mind that you really just maybe wish wasn't, is joy. Okay, this is part and parcel of your divine birthright package. All right. So this is not something that should be expected to come fleeting, should be expected to come never. In fact, it should be part and parcel of your journey as well as lifestyle. And the reason why I say that is because just like most things, joy is a choice, right? So we could actually create joy out of joy. And we also, go figure, have the ability and capability, if we should choose, to create joy in spite of any, angst, in spite of any, lower vibes, less than desirable events playing out. And that's really the long and the short of it. I didn't say it was easy. I said you can. Okay, make that choice. And as you cultivate more joy, and of course, gratitude helps. Gratitude does come to mind when even assisting oneself with creating and cultivating such joy, right? Kind of goes hand in hand there. There could be some significance to sisterly love here, in the sense that you could be facing some sort of sibling rivalry, perhaps, and you guys, it happens. Chosen ones, all right, you're learning and growing, moving and shaking. You're not really in the same place too long with this, okay? Whether we're talking mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and or physically, okay? And that can, here's this word again, cultivate some jealousy. I get that. Okay. However, this is not a time for you to just be thrown in the towel, right? And surrendering in the sense of giving up on what you came here to experience and to be and to live out. Okay. Many of you are considered the prophecy of your bloodline lineage. Okay. Like, this is big stuff. You are big stuff. Okay. And with the Wheel of Fortune card here coming out, all right, this is talking about change. Change is inevitable. It's talking about destiny, all right, and some might even say good luck if you believe in that. All right, it comes with a 10 here. You could be seeing 1010 on the clock. Doesn't have to be the case, but change. It's giving. I don't know why I'm hearing 1, 2, and I know that that's from an old horror franchise, okay, Freddy Krueger, right? But it's almost like about this change. It's coming for you, right? And so maybe there is some sort of like apprehension about the change. Feels like you feel like that wheel is turning, and maybe you just needed the clarity that it's turning in your favor. Okay. It's so cute the way that on this doodle tarot the Wheel of Fortune is depicted, right? It's like it's saying good, bad. Like, will it land on the good karma? Will it land on the bad karma? Really, if this helps you to know, okay, karma just is that, right? Like, are you putting out good? Because then obviously it's going to be great karma, right? If you're putting out bad, all right, to be clear, any cross watchers and or karmic energies out there, right? You know the drill, or you will soon. Okay, if you don't know, now you know. The next the next card is the Page of Cups from the tarot here for you, collective, and it's really talking about happy news. All right, so you're at this turning point, if you will, and you're like, I don't freaking know if it's a 50-50 chance. I guess it'll work out, kind of thing. It's a 50-50 chance. I guess I'm still loved by the divine, kind of thing. And it's like, whoa, the whole time. Divine's working for you behind the scenes. Now, with this being a page, right, it doesn't necessarily indicate overnight success, overnight change even, right? And I'm really hearing to say that that's for your benefit, okay? Some might even say it's for your protection, just saying. But the happy news stands, okay? And it's like, good on you, because remember how like your soul lesson here was about like joy and happiness, right? So, this next card, okay, giving you, I gotta cover up a certain aspect here. My goodness, even for a childlike deck, they're very prominent here. So I got my thumb on that. And with the Star card energy, it's really talking about hope and faith. It's also talking about rejuvenation, right? So it seems like whom all ever I'm reading for, and there are many, right? You're on target. You're on the money, right? All is well for you. You could be seeing 222 as well. Doesn't have to be the case. But with this Empress energy here, I'm just getting, you are to essentially continue the path, but be mindful with implementing that play energy, okay? Because that creativity, that rest, rejuvenation, all of that, the whole shebang here is really leading to your abundance, all right? Can't say any plainer than that. But let's talk about what this soul lesson about joy really is asking you to ask yourselves here, okay? Well, firstly, you're being asked to let go of overthinking. You're being asked to let go of comparison as well. Your soul's asking you to also contemplate the following affirmations, and you may very well want to, write these down and speak them out for the next 30 days even. And they are as follows. I simplify my life and return to the grassroots of being a sovereign human. All right. So that's really talking about going and really honoring that birthright energy. Okay. What all that means in your understanding for it to mean. And it definitely connects back to sovereignty, your own divinity, okay? The next affirmation, I bring all my true heart-centered values to life through every thought, word, and action. The next, my whole life is joy. I am the energy of joy. See how you have not only the capacity, but even according to divine expectation, the ability to cultivate this joy here, okay? So yes, you can, because you are the energy of joy, all right? I let go of all comparison and overthinking, all right? Some of these are easier said than done. I get that. However, the more you speak them out, the more you intend to overcome, and you're doing your part in an action-oriented manner, right? That's what's going to get you there, okay? And again, with this being the page, right, for this happy news, for this, successful turnaround, right? It might be a bit of a try again, all right? Keep going, though. The next, I work to clear my chakras and especially open my heart and third eye so I may live with true wisdom and joy to inspire others to do the same. Well, here we go. This is your girl putting in her 2 cents here. I don't like that on a personal note, because are we always ever working, right? At this juncture, we either are or are not, right? So be mindful, when you're going through some of these sources of affirmations, to understand that you have the ability to make them as high vibe, how do I want to say this? You have the ability to make your affirmations work for you in a customized manner. And when doing so, please know you should be doing so with the intention to streamline the process. Do you want to always get up and say, I work at anything? Do you want to, before you lay your head down at night, say, I'm working at, like, you either are, you either have, or you don't, right? Or you aren't. So that's just your girl's 2 cents. But let go of all defensiveness is also coming out. So you can say, I let go of all defensiveness. I no longer engage in thoughts, words, or actions that are defensive. All right. I am loving and steadily progressing. So that's a good one, because, if you're always progressing, there's no issue with that, right? If we were going to say, I will progress, it's giving when. See what I mean? So you guys, these things happen just to add teachable notes, I'm sure. But be mindful, you guys. Oracle cards, all right? I'm not coming down on any author or any artist or creator. It's just the truth of the matter is you do have to be mindful of your part to play in it. And your part to play also has to include your actually learning, studying these things, these spiritual laws and principles, right? Understanding aspects of principalities even, right? And agendas, etc., etc. You've got to do the work to make sure that you're protecting yourself, okay, as well. Not a doom and gloom message, because of course the divine are right there with you. All I'm saying is you wouldn't want a situation again, perhaps, where the divine is right there with you and they're assisting you and you're shooting yourself and the whole operation in the foot type of thing. Do you know what I mean? So proverbially, not literally, of course, YouTube, right? So there's that, you guys. But listen, you're doing great. You are on target, okay? All truthfully, truly is well, okay? Or not. And really the choice is yours. I love you guys so, so much. I really hope this fed you well. And tips, donations are definitely accepted. It's your girl's birthday month. So, if you wanted to, donate on the strength of that too, I don't mind. Okay. Either way, have a phenomenal day or week if this is where I leave you. All right. And look forward to the next live stream, you guys. Much love and light.